Hello, it is I.
I'm so sorry, but the curtains are going for today's video. They're too much in the way and they kind of annoy me.
So, as you may know, Forza Horizon 4 is set in the UK. And as you may or may not know, I am from the UK as well. Now, I've always wanted Forza Horizon 4 to be set in the UK. Not because I think it's a good location, because it clearly isn't. But it's because I wanted to see how well Playground Games could replicate the UK into a racing game. And from what we've seen, they've done a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. But is it perfect? No, it isn't. So today I will be comparing Horizon Britain to the actual Britain and see how well they've replicated the map. Now bear in mind that this is going to be a little bit of a picky video, so I'm not going to go easy on them. Trust me when I say that, yeah? So to all those Forza fanboys who dislike the video once someone says one negative thing about Forza, actually, watch the video so I get the money first and then leave. Anyways, the like goal for today's video is 7,500 likes, so make sure to smash that right about now. Those likes seriously do help out the channel a lot. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. We're trying to hit 145k subscribers by the end of the month. Any help will be greatly appreciated. You new subscribers have been doing a madness on the videos lately. Yeah? Thank you very much, and without further ado, let us get into this video.
So I reckon I better off giving them that.
Now, if you were playing GeoGuessr and it dropped you here, you'd instantly be able to tell that this is in fact the UK. I mean, it's not just here, you'd know it from here, 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 or even here. And it's very little details Forza have paid attention to, which is the reason why we can tell that this is the UK. So let's get into my first point, which is
I see a lot of men let their jealousy creep in.
Now, the motorway in Horizon Britain is what you call a smart motorway. This means the speed limit is displayed on the top over here, and it differentiates depending on the weather conditions, accidents, etc. Now, seeing as this is a racing game, none of these conditions really phase us, so the speed limit always says 60, when in reality the speed limit on motorways is in fact 70. Another point I wanted to bring up is how wide the lanes are. In real life, you'll definitely not be able to slalom within one motorway lane. Yes, it's because this is an arcade game and they want to make the lanes wider so it makes driving and racing easier. However, there still is an inaccuracy in the game. Another point are the slip roads. A lot of them in the game are really accurate, just like what you find in the UK. However, there's this pair of slip roads that slightly annoy me. Now, some people may have, but I've never seen a slip road that leads you backwards like this in the UK. It seems more like an American thing to me. Although one good thing they've done, which many of us haven't noticed, are the countdown markers, which are used to indicate how close you are to a motorway exit. It's a pretty slept on addition, but I find it amazing that they've added this. So overall, I think the motorway is pretty accurate. Yes, there are anomalies here and there that kind of ruin the authentic British feel of it, but overall it's actually genuinely well done.
What you eat with, the girls that you sleep with.
Now, I have nothing more to say than the developers have nailed the signs. When Horizon 4 was first revealed, I thought the signs would be some bootleg font with some weird colour, etc. But they were bang on. All these signs are exactly identical. The fonts used are identical, the colours are near perfect, the information on it is accurate, the signs have been placed in sensible locations depending on the info, and even on the last point where I mentioned the countdown markers, they've been perfectly used as well. So yep, nothing else to say other than the aesthetic and function of these signs are perfect. Well done, developers, you have done us proud.
How you beefing, man, if you don't even know the man?
Okay, this is a slight problem. Forza have a tendency of cloning traffic cars from previous Horizon games into the new games, which can sometimes work well but not for Horizon Britain. Some examples of the car are perfect for Horizon Britain, such as the Abarth 500, the X5M, the Fiesta, the Transit Vans, the Defenders, A-Classes, Minis, and the Mark IV Golf. However, some of the traffic cars I rarely see or never see. Okay, to all my UK viewers watching right now, when have you ever seen this taxi? Exactly, I mean, you've probably seen these, but not this one. This one looks like it belongs in a museum, man, like it's so old. And the Subaru Legacy B4. Now, a lot of people won't believe me when I say this, but I've seen more Lexus LFAs in the UK than I've seen Subaru Legacy B4s, and that is saying something. Other than that, the rest of the cars are actually pretty decent. It would have been better to get some more new traffic cars like an Astra, a couple of 5 Series, or even a W205 C-Class. But the traffic car list as a whole isn't too unrealistic. It's decent, let's just say that, yeah.
When we were young, we never listened to them older men.
I've spoken about the number plates unrealism in 1 or 2 of my videos in the past, but hey, you get to hear me complain for a third time. The number plates, no. Literally, the only thing they've somewhat gotten right is the color scheme and the character capacity, but other than that, everything's just wrong. For starters, the font is too thin. The real life UK plate font is thick and bold. This is just thin and narrow, which is inaccurate. It looks like Helvetica. Also, you can't have these emblems on your actual plate, as it's a little bit illegal. Another point is that depending on the car, you'd get different shaped plates. However, these plates are very illegal in the UK. For these cars, they would use a square plate with the characters separated into 2 columns. Now, I really want these plates to be added into the game, as they JDM as And although I mentioned this as a positive, the colour scheme is still slightly off. For Horizon Britain plates are a dark yellow, whereas the real life plates are much brighter. So this isn't a very accurate part of the game. Therefore, I'd say the devs need to up their realism levels with this one.
London is cursed, this city's got a problem.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about all this season's just winter, okay? So yeah, insert winter title.
London is cursed, this city's got a problem.
Winter, where it snows every day of the whole week, which is very, very, very inaccurate in the UK. The UK barely sees snow nowadays, and when we do, it's usually in the middle of April, and that is not even a joke. I am not joking when I say that. There's been so many times where it just started randomly snowing in spring. Anyways, if Playground Games were to fix this, and that would be absolutely perfect, as it'll bring a lot more players onto the franchise during the winter season, as it won't be snowing then. Get it? Because no one plays Horizon during winter. Ah, what a dead joke. Okay, sorry.
A bro ain't got a bird, he got an ostrich, a fucking life.
In Horizon Britain, you get various different animals. Actually, just 4. You get chickens, hares, sheep, and deer. Now, this is very accurate, as all these animals are very common in the UK wild. Although I've never seen chickens randomly running across the road in front of cars, which is kind of weird. They're kind of dodgy chickens, aren't they? Anyways, they have missed 2 very iconic animals from the UK, and those are chavs and roadmen. Okay, sorry, that was a joke. And those are cows and horses. Seriously, out of all the animals they could have chosen, cows and horses are like the most common that I've seen in the UK. So I'm slightly disappointed that these 2 animals got left out. So let's hope that they add them in a future update. That would actually be pretty cool. Imagine getting a wildlife update for the game. That would be mental.
I say what I want and that's period. My team's serious.
Ending the list, the beach. Now, most beaches in the UK don't look like this. They actually look very dreary and miserable and weird and dreary and miserable and weird and miserable. However, this beach in Horizon 4 is meant to be Bamber Beach, which if you've seen the pictures of, you'd realise how staggeringly realistic they've replicated this. It actually makes me want to visit the beach. On top of that, they've actually added some typical UK beach features, such as these groins which prevent erosion. Big up my geography teacher for teaching me that. And they've even added a little lighthouse which is actually in Bamber Beach as well. There are these random boats lying around which you'd usually find in some beaches in the UK as well. But one thing that bamboozled me is this random pier which doesn't seem to exist on the actual Bamber Beach. Now, this is a very minor thing, and the devs probably added it to spice up the beach a little bit. So great job, Playground Games, with the beach. You guys have genuinely nailed this. And that is my investigation on how accurate Forza Horizon 4 is. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit that like button. 7,500 likes is the target, as per usual. If you want to see more videos just like this frequently, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't be scared, I do not bite, I nibble. But nah, seriously, do make sure to subscribe. I upload these kind of videos once every 3 days, and your support is what keeps me going. Damn. So let's try and hit 145k subscribers by the end of the month. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, until next time, have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay inside. Until next time.
Hey, they say they like it when I rap like this, so I reckon I'm better off giving them that. I Billy be 1 in a million, killing the shit when I hit like a swing in a bat. Average, you when I rapping like this, then the fuckers I'm bringing it back. If you ain't gonna listen to this, how the fuck you gonna listen to that? Well, you be